give me more money. Give me more money. Now, if you're wondering, does all of this manifestation work? Like, you can see that I'm burning a money, money, money candle, and I'm going to start spraying some money, money, money special juju juice. And you're probably wondering, does any of this crap actually work? Does the law of manifestation or attraction actually work? Well, it kind of does and it kind of doesn't. And I'm here to burst your bubble if you're one of these people that believes heavily in The Secret and you're wondering, okay, I've been doing all these manifestation types of strategies and techniques I've learned from Rhonda Byrne and many others who talk about the law of attraction and manifestation, and nothing seems to be working. So you're probably wondering, well, what the heck am I doing wrong? Well, the answer is very, very simple, and I'm going to share with you a secret strategy on how you can manifest and get anything and everything that you've ever wanted, but it's not how you think. So buckle up your seatbelts because I have a lot of stuff to bring to you in a very short period of time. Okay, so does all this crap, these trinkets and these candles, and you can see that I have a three-legged golden toad here, does any of this stuff actually work? Well, the answer is yes and no. I actually read a book years ago called Real Magic that was written actually by a doctor and a scientist who at first decided to start writing the book to debunk the whole concept and idea of magic and these people that actually would conjure up spells and make things happen. And it turned out that he actually became a believer in real magic due to the fact that he did this research to debunk all the magic, and it turns out that magic is actually real. But the bottom line is this: it's all what you believe. And unfortunately, because so many of us have been preconditioned from a very early age to not believe that things are possible for us, that's why everything tends to flop and fall apart. So we might go out there and go, I believe that I can have millions of dollars, and I believe that I can have the career of my dreams and the relationship of my dreams and all of these different things. But the reality is you always have that little chatterbox in the back of your mind that says, well, no, you don't. No, you can't. That's not possible for you, and that's what totally screws everything up. And so there's a couple of different secrets that I'd like to share with you that have worked for me as far as manifesting the things that I've always wanted. And it actually comes down to one key secret, which is belief and feeling. So Napoleon Hill, as you probably know, wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich many, many years ago. In fact, it was released in 1937 by the Ralston Society. And this book actually talked about exactly how to acquire and get the things that you've always wanted in life. In fact, it's probably one of the pioneering forerunning books that have ever been written on the subject of getting what you want. In fact, it's still read and millions of copies are sold even to this day. The problem with this book is that it talks about thinking to grow rich, and even though thinking is the first part of the process, the real part is feeling to grow rich. And so that's the part that he really didn't talk about. In fact, in my book that I had come out with, it's called The Lost Secret, unraveling unlocking the hidden chapters of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. It's because I came across the 2 lost chapters of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, and I'm not going to go into detail on how that happened. However, the 2 lost chapters actually talk about the vibrational upswing that you have to find yourself in if you're going to start attracting the things that you want. But the bottom line is this: it almost doesn't matter how well you feel, how great you feel at all times, if you, at the bottom line, do not feel like you deserve or that the things will not happen to you. So, for example, if one of your goals in life is to win the lottery, for example, and you're buying tickets every single week, but you yourself do not believe that this is possible for you, you might think that it's possible for other people, but not for you for some reason, then it's never going to happen for you, right? And so you have to find a way to get this belief and feeling state to whereas you know, not just believe, but know that it can happen for you. So maybe, for example, you do want to win the lottery. You have to get into that feeling state of what it's like to win, what it's like to hold that big cardboard check and have them take pictures of you and have the check with your name on it. In fact, you might even want to have somebody on Fiverr create some kind of Photoshop version of you holding a big check like that with, $300 or $400 million, and actually have it on your refrigerator to look at every single day. Because what ends up happening is that you'll see that picture every single day. It'll be on your refrigerator or maybe your bathroom mirror. And your subconscious mind will start to believe it over time. Even though maybe consciously you don't believe it, subconsciously you'll start believing it and you'll start to accept this idea as reality. And so if you do want to win the lottery, then have a picture of you holding a big check that you already won, and have it in your mind and have this feeling state that you already won. Or maybe you want the partner of your dreams, so start to post pictures of you and a partner of some kind on your refrigerator, on your nightstand, on your, your mirror where you get ready every day. And eventually, I mean, even in the beginning, your mind is going to be like, that's not my reality right now, or that's not somebody I'm with right now. But over time, you'll get so used to seeing the picture that your subconscious mind will begin to believe it, okay? And so therefore, once your mind begins to believe it, it will start to concoct ways and methods for attracting these things in your life. And so this is the most simplistic way of getting the things that you want. In fact, a lot of people have talked about the vision board. And the thing that I have issues with the vision board is that most people have such a large board that they can't fit on their refrigerator and see it every day, or they can't fit it on their bathroom mirror, or they can't fit it on their bedside in a little frame. And so therefore they usually stuff it in their closet or put it on the back of a door or something, and they barely ever look at it. And so therefore their mind does not have the ability to adopt this belief that these things are attainable and have already been attained in your life. And so that's the problem that I have with vision boards. But if you want to start with one thing, maybe it is winning the lottery, maybe it is finding the partner of your dreams, maybe it is to get your dream car, then start with that one thing. And start the process of getting the picture, putting it everywhere in your house, and envisioning yourself driving that car, feeling yourself driving the car. And most importantly, seeing other people driving the car. So right now, you might not believe that it's possible for you to have a brand new Bentley, for example, because you think maybe it's too expensive, you don't make enough money, etc., etc. But if you have pictures of other people driving Bentleys, obviously they must have earned the money to be able to drive the Bentley. They might have won the Bentley. Something might have happened to where they got the Bentley. And if it's possible for them, then it's possible for you as well. And so you might have to start off with that. Like if you are so set against you having any remote possibility and you getting that car, then you're going to have to start with having a bunch of different people with the car and saying, oh, well, they're no better or more special than I am. If they can get the car, then I can have a car like that too. And then finding these cars that are, frameable, and maybe the car is by itself, and then eventually have maybe pay somebody $10 to do a Photoshop of you in the car. Okay, that's going to be the most important part, is the day that you're able to spend the extra little bit of money to have somebody Photoshop, or if you're good at Photoshopping, you Photoshop it yourself, and have somebody Photoshop you in the car, Photoshop you holding that big lottery check, Photoshop you with the lover of your dreams, And so you have that photo everywhere, you look at it everywhere, and eventually the mind will stop battling you and stop saying this is not possible for you, this is not your reality, and it'll just start to accept it because it sees it all the time. And then eventually it'll go from a negative to, oh, that's not my life, or that's not possible for me, to a neutral, which is, oh, I'm just getting used to this picture around everywhere, to now a reality. It will become a reality in your life. Now here's the most important part to attracting the things that you want. And this is the part that a lot of these law of attraction manifestation people never talk about, but it's something really important. And that is when you have ideas and thoughts of inspiration that come to you. Like for example, if you all of a sudden have this money-making idea that you have a dream about, or you're thinking about it in the shower that just hits you, or you watch some Shark Tank episode and you're like, oh my goodness, this is like the best money-making opportunity. It just feels aligned with my spirit. I really want to do that myself. You need to follow those ideas and thoughts of inspiration. So in order for you to start the path of making the money, or maybe you don't win the lottery, but maybe you start a $100 million business by some idea or thought of inspiration you had to start a multi-million-dollar or billion-dollar business. But you have to follow through with those thoughts, because How many times have things been invented where there'll be hundreds of years and nobody even thinks of these things, and all of a sudden within, like, I don't know, a couple months or a couple years, several people think of the same idea. Like when the radio was invented, for example, like all these people had this idea. It's like because these droplets of thoughts and inspiration are dropped down, I think, from the ether or from the God force, whatever you want to call it, into the minds and brains of many people at once, and it's only those who follow through that end up getting the gold at the end of the rainbow. And so how many times have you seen something on TV and you're like, oh, I thought of that before, or that was my idea years ago, but you decided never to get off your dead ass and do anything about it, which means it was then given to someone else who actually was going to follow through. So that's the thing about law of attraction stuff, is that, you know, I know a lot of people talk about how you could just sit and meditate and all of a sudden all the stuff will come to you, but the reality is our entire society is based on economics, and there's rules to economics. And that is, yes, you can win the lottery. Somebody can die and leave a bunch of money to you. Yes, you could find a bag of money in, you know, a phone booth somewhere. But many times you're going to be able to acquire the money through e-commerce, you know, through the marketplace. And so therefore you need to pay close attention to those ideas and thoughts of inspiration, which may not have anything to do with a business, by the way. It might have to do with a job of your dreams or a project of your dreams. Like, for example, one of the ideas and thoughts of inspiration I've had recently, which kind of surprised me, I have a MFA in screenwriting. A lot of people don't know that about me. And one of the ideas and thoughts of inspiration I've had lately is to submit my screenplay to some of the agents in Los Angeles, which is a place where I just moved from. I just moved to Florida from California. And now I want to pursue some of the agents that are in the LA area through an attorney that I have there. But that was an idea and a thought of inspiration that just came to me after I moved to Florida. And so it's something that I'm going to be pursuing, because it's like, okay, this is an idea and thought that is really in alignment to who I am now and what I want to be doing moving forward. So these are the ideas and thoughts of inspiration that not only should you be writing down the second you get them, especially if you're excited about it, because if you're excited and it's like a hell yes, then you should definitely be following suit with that idea and thought of inspiration. But you definitely need to at least put forth in motion a couple of steps every single day to get closer to that. Doesn't matter if you don't even know what the steps are, but whatever you think you can figure out, it's like taking the steps into kind of like a foggy abyss where you only need to see a couple feet in front of you, and that's all you need to see, and you take one step and one step and one step, and then just trust the fact that the rest of the path will reveal itself to you. So that is the way to manifest anything and everything that you've ever wanted. Now, if you like this content and want me to bring more of it to you, I have a lot more to come, so give me a nice thumbs up. That helps me out a lot, as well as subscribe to my channel. This is Monica Main signing off, and I will see you in the next video.